freeze. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. You saw that I was in the level already, and then that instead of on the main menu, I'm on the map select. This all has a reason. One reason is an unskippable cutscene of 4 minutes, and the other one is if I go into a level and then go out of it, like the world is loaded already, so the load is 9 seconds faster. So, yeah, without further ado, I'd say we start in 3, 2, 1, let's go! So, Tropical Freeze, if you know any DKC, like maybe Donkey Kong Country 1 on the Super Nintendo, or 2 or 3, or maybe you've played Returns on the Wii, which also I'm one of like the few runners of that. It's a side-scroller, you go from left to right, sometimes from right to left, but not a lot. And I can do a lot, even though I'm not Donkey Kong. I'm Funky Kong right now, which is the function that was really released in the Switch version of this game, where this game first came out on the Wii U. And Funky Kong is essentially easy mode. You can see me rolling around, swimming and stuff. Infinite rolling. Infinite rolling is only a thing. Normally you have that if you are Donkey Kong and you have a partner on your back, which isn't the case right now, obviously. A double jump, which no character has, except for Funky Kong. Yeah, this is definitely easy mode. The only other thing is that while we call it easy mode, for the speedrun it just opens up a lot of different, more difficult strategies that we could use. For example, 1 jump, 2 jump, and then 1 double jump. You can just do all of that stuff. So, for casual play, yes, easy mode. For speedrun, no. It's only faster. And obviously on the Wii U version, which I will reference a few times, the whole controls are different. You have Donkey Kong, and then you have the power-up either Diddy Kong, which is a jetpack, or Dixie Kong with her hair, or what's the other one? Cranky Kong! Cranky Kong is the beast and is mostly used in speedruns because his pogo stick, if you know anything about DuckTales, same pogo stick, just allows him to keep the momentum that he has. But hey, let's go back to 1-2. Small skip. Instead of having to crawl over there, I can just jump up there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. This is one of the more interesting speedrun stages. There's a lot of just enemies to go through, go over, and a little bit of swimming. Swimming is slow, but there's not a lot of swimming in this game. There's a little bit, but it's mostly for later. Oh, I forgot to double jump. Nice. And something you can do only with a partner, or if you're Funky Kong, you can go across this, since I've already messed it up. I need this enemy here to actually get into the barrel. It's also possible to get in there without it, but it requires some really specific inputs, and I already wasn't doing the stage properly. But hey, it's only like a second time lost this. So, how to do that? There is a trick in this game called a grab jump, which I'll do maybe a few times in a stage. Because I can double jump, if I use the grab attack, which is by pressing either Y or X on my controller, I can go just a little bit higher. There. Like, yeah, it just goes a little bit higher, and that allows me to make some jumps that I normally shouldn't be able to. So, you can see that this place was actually a little bit more vertically aligned. That is because of Cranky Kong, who also can jump a little bit higher than anyone else. Again, because of the pogo. The mighty pogo. Okay, now this is good. I got hit there, but totally on purpose. I didn't need that hard. So all of these stages are exactly the same on the Wii U version as with the Switch version, or even with Funky Kong. Because there is an original mode. But why go original when you can go funky? The only problem is that Funky is like all by himself, where Donkey Kong has his friends. Which is quite sad, but oh well, c'est la vie. So going into 1-4, Trunk Twister. And this is, yeah, the first auto-scroller of the game. Minecarts. But hey, that's a series staple. And we should all love it. 1 jump, 2 jump, and not going into the barrel. I thought I would die there. So there's few speed strats here. I generally try to jump when I'm going off a rail to like keep the momentum, because you actually go a little bit faster. And when I'm going on inclines, and every other jump that I do on flat surfaces, it's not really that important, unless there's the crate in front of my nose. And in true non-speedrunner fashion, I'll try to get all Kong letters, which is not necessary for the any percent category. But hey, it's fun. So, Gally Twee, do you have something to say to the lovely viewers?
Yeah, I do. So, firstly, let me just tell you that the run is incredibly fun to watch already. I haven't played the game, so I'm really having a great time watching. And we do have a $5 donation from someone that says, "Reject slowness, return to fast monkey." And
I agree.
Yeah, it seems good. And I don't know, did you talk about why is the category named any percent NDA?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that, but it's something I had explained in the next world.
All right, then I'll have another donation to read from Tiny Tim that gives $5 and says, "Hey all, donating for the awesome Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and the Monkey Master himself, Riekelt. Be it goats, geese, or monkeys, you always put an amazing show. Cheers."
Thank you, thank you. Tiny Tim, my partner in crime when it comes to commentary and Tropical Freeze back at BSG Annual 2019. Good stuff. So, first up is the Big Top Bop, or his actual name, Pompey. And this boss actually got more broken on the Switch version. So the first thing that the developers did is lock all the RNG. I don't know if they did it on purpose. Like, instead of there being RNG elements, it's all gone. I know exactly what's gonna happen. Ah, darn. I tried to do a trick called the God Caught. Those fish, those enemies, I want to kill those as early as possible. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh yeah, spiky enemies, Funky can just stand on those. Yeah, that's it. So I killed it as early as I could, like in midair. So he just goes like into attacking faster. That's speed running. So while the rest is going on, if you go back to cranky mode, you can actually hit Pompey here with a very specific move, going all the way up there. And oh my lord, that move is such an interesting watch. I remember when we had a tournament back like right after this game came out. And someone found out that you could actually, like, when he's standing on the side right there, you can actually just, like, pogo up to him and hit him immediately. And an old runner of the game, Momo Akai, he saw that for the first time and he just lost his mind. Such a wonderful... I really hope that someone clipped that. But hey, that's not important right now. First of all, the second part of God Caught. So trying to kill this thing in the air. Yeah, I'm trying to... I don't know where I... Was I too high? So I could actually go and fly on top of his... Okay, go to the right. Thank you. Oh. Okay, unsure what that was.
Was that a never happened before moment?
Only me falling down. Not being able
Okay.
to hit him was definitely happened before. That's just him being too far to the left.
Well, but even that way, that means that if you stuck around since the BGE run, there you have it. Your never happened before bingo for the marathon.
We should have a bingo card for like everything that can happen in runs.
Definitely.
Marathon runs. Oh, that was the first island. And where... Yeah, with Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and Returns, you all stay on the same island. But with 3, and 3 is like an odd duck in the barrel, doesn't matter. We go from island to island, and this kind of looks like Northwest Europe. There are windmills, which is mostly Netherlands, but there are also mountains here, which is kind of weird. And this is where the game actually racks up in difficulty. And it also becomes funnier. So grab jump there to skip that whole carousel. And I want to try and get on these windmills to get a small speed boost. Because if I go forward and I can stay in the air, I can keep the faster momentum. You'll see that in the next stage actually. So now that I have like a little bit of time left for myself, I could explain what NDA means. Instead of a non-disclosure agreement, which NDA stands for, it actually means no death abuse. Meaning that I'm not allowed to death abuse. Oh yeah, that's a really scary jump, but it's all good. Yeah, no, it's allowed to die, obviously. But this game has this function where if you die 8 times in a row, this game is just like, hey, I see that you have a little bit of difficulty. Do you want to just like skip the stage and come back later? Even though you don't have to come back later. And that is done in the any percent category for 8 stages where it's faster. But generally, the NDA first stage category is way better. Way more fun. So, 2-2 Mountain Mania, which is the first Rambi stage. And Rambi is an interesting fella. Okay. Rambi is this rhinoceros. Rhinoceros goes slow. Every time he needs to start up his run, it just takes a little bit of time with him starting up. So I'm trying to stay airborne as much as possible, or extend the run as much as possible. Music is great though. There we jump. Can just go through here, wait a little bit. By waiting there, I can actually skip that first stage of those stairs over there. Control this. And I'm going to do a few jumps from those swings. And that gives me a really big speed increase, like here. Oh! Never mind. I'll just fall in a pit. Instead of mashing there, if you time it just right, you can get it faster. Okay, let's do it again. So if I just keep on running, got a small speed boost, and by bouncing on those enemies, I can keep that speed boost. Okay, then wait here, and... Oh, I'll try that again. There, that's real speed. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, if you want to see a real speed run, there's a donation incentive for this game. I don't know if it's met yet, but if it gets met, I will show 3 time trials from world record holder DKS, where he just annihilates the game.
I can confirm you that the incentive has indeed been met. So we will get the world record time trial showcase.
Ooh, amazing. You're in for a treat. But not before I finish this run. So, coming up is the Horntop Hop 2-free, and this is the first of 3 stages in this game that are working on the global cycle. Normally, things start happening when you're close. So, it doesn't matter how slow you are at the start, everything after that part is, like, synced up. But not this one. If I make one mistake, all of my things that I know change, and I have to rework my strats, like, on the get-go. There. That's all planned. I mean, so far so good. Except I kind of made a jumping mistake there. Nothing too bad. I just hope that everything is still, like, on acceptable cycles. Honestly, things break rather than, like, everything going perfect, so I'm used to, like, my own thing. But hey, that's the nature of the game. So that was pretty cool. Going up here, there's a really small, like, audio cue that I need to listen to. There. So by doing that, I can just, like, grab onto the vines there and immediately jump into the barrel when it appears. And I only got the K. Oh. Ooh. So coming up to for the Sawmill Frill, which is another auto-scroller. But fortunately, this auto-scroller has a little bit more eye candy. It's way more engaging than the auto-scrollers in Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and even Returns. Even though Returns has, like, one really good auto-scroller that you unfortunately not do in the speedrun. But c'est la vie. So this is Sawmill Frill. And I'm, again, going for all the collectibles that I can get without going into the bonus rooms. Yeah, there are bonus rooms in this game. Every stage has at least one of them. Some of them have 2. Obviously not going in there because, first of all, they only give puzzle pieces, and puzzle pieces don't give you any completion bonus. Kong letters do. If you get all the Kong letters in a whole world, a special stage opens, which is way more difficult, but also way more fun to do if you like a challenge. So you can see the N is right down there. Just getting that. And there's a puzzle piece right there. So optimally I'll have like 2 out of 4 puzzle pieces. I think. I'll probably get 3. But I'm definitely going to for full Kong. This is the machine. Back in the day, on the Wii U version, when this game was a little bit more active than it is now, people would do races. And the moment they get in the machine, they would make a buzzing noise to let the other racers know where they are in the run. I've never done any of that. Also, I forgot to get that thing. It's such a small, like, fun thing to remember from back in the day. There, Kong letters. Jumping from those, like, flying logs is pretty scary. So, you know what? Let's do it. Banana coins are not needed in this game. There were actually strats to go past the shop at some point and getting a banana juice potion for something else. But that was like back in the Wii U era as well. Okay, 2-5 Alpine Incline, which is the first stage back on the Wii U version where instead of using Cranky Kong, the fastest Kong in the game, you would actually go back to Dixie Kong But mostly for the reason that Dixie Kong is a little bit more gifted in the aerodynamica part. As in, if you're jumping with Cranky Kong, you have to commit to every jump. Oops. Okay, that worked out. So yeah, you're committed with every jump. But with Dixie, you can... Oh no, I'm gonna die. I could save myself still. And I mean, with Funky Kong, obviously, he's easy mode. And as you can see, there's not a lot of floor here. Getting hit there on purpose because he's in the way. Now all of the floor is gone, just bouncy paths. There. Perfect. I'm not getting all the Kong letters in every stage, that would be slow. Only the auto-scrollers. Do you believe that most runners actually don't go for the Kong letters, even if it's like not slower at all? I don't blame them. So, time for my favorite Windows font, Wingding. This is only half an auto-scroller. But this first part is important that you do it well. And then from here on out, these finds are somewhat of an auto-scroller. The only way to like speed it up is whenever a find starts, you want to grab the find like right there, and don't jump when you don't want to. It's not too important in individual... No, it's not important in RTA runs. But if you're doing individual levels, then every millisecond counts. Pretty soothing. Speaking of the individual levels, this game has a built-in leaderboard, and that's how I'm actually going to show off the runs at the end of the run. The individual level runs at the end of the run. And it's actually pretty cool that you can also see, yeah, what the others do and their time, and how you compare it to everyone and whatnot. Unfortunately, Donkey Kong Country Returns doesn't have that. So, being a moderator of the game, I made leaderboards for that on speedrun.com, and it somewhat works, even though it's pretty tropical. So, pretty cool fast speed boost right there as well. And after like 2 years of no one submitting to it ever, I'm actually pretty happy that people are like submitting now to that like on the day. There are some really good people in there. But hey, coming up is probably the most interesting boss of the game, which is Scowl. I think? Yeah, Scowl. For whatever reason, they almost never show the name of the boss in the title. I mean, Mountaintop Tassel. Yeah, this boss is really interesting in terms of speedrunning. So was the first boss, especially now that the early hits were found. But yeah, Scowl. Who... I don't know what he does, but... throws some feathers... and throws down 3 kids an axe. And I'm throwing his kids towards his face and that hurts him. Which, I mean... it should hurt. There, that was the first phase. And I need to be really sparsely with my ammo. I only get 3 hits, and it takes 3 hits to go to the next phase. That's the formula for every single boss in this game, by the way. Every boss has 3 phases, and every phase is 3 hits, so 9 hits total. There, really meticulously. Picking up that one. Perfect. If I would have missed like even one of them, that would be a 20-second penalty. In the first phase, that would have been half a minute, maybe. Getting hit here is not a big deal. What? What? You guys are good at throwing. Okay. If I miss a single hit here, because I only get 2 of those kids, I will lose like 50 seconds. So I really want to be my best here. There. Okay, now come the kids. Okay, so that's the first hit. So he will now do some droppings. Number 1. Number 2 I have to watch out for, because this is the only one that can hit me. I can just throw a jump on his face. And 3, 2, 1. Perfect. For a marathon, this might have been my cleanest cowl ever. So hey, I can't complain too much. Something else I wanted to mention here. Yeah, doesn't matter. Let's go to World 3, which is an Africa-themed world. And these levels are probably a few of my favorites. I mean, in terms of the music, the setting, this whole world actually tells a story. Small story, but it does tell a story. I'm just gonna shut up for a bit and let you enjoy this Lion King music. See that purple zebra on the back? I'm racing, on the right at least. I'm kind of racing him, but I think I lost. So this is one of the 3 global cycle stages. And there's a cycle I'm racing, and I missed it. Right there, that purple one on the right. Missing that cost 6 seconds. That one bird, where I was a little bit slower, he just was at a different place and I panicked, so I just went in the barrel. Even even the trees are dancing.
You got this, Rick. You're putting an absolute blast of a run. Really enjoying everything, and everyone is enjoying it in the chat. So keep up the good work.
Oh, I definitely will. Thank you very much. I'm almost at the end here. And that's the end. I always get happy because of this stage. And then 3-2 coming up, the Baobab Bonanza, which is a pretty fun time attack stage. There's a lot of obstacles to do well, a lot of paths to remember. Like for example, here I want to like fall off, do a grab jump, small jump, hold that. This whole game is just remembering, okay, when do I do like a full jump and when a short jump? Like, same with pogos. I mean, yeah, you have a pogo, but you have to remember when do you do like a short pogo, medium pogo. It's just a lot of remembering. And I just missed the bird. Bad bird. Where am I? Here, okay. That's like the one difficult part of the stage. There, like that. I just jumped too early. And you can get those FK barrels. But just like jumping into them and pressing Y and they just immediately break. It's actually funny how in this game, instead of DK barrels, they're FK barrels right now. Also, small mini game, jumping over this thing without collecting it. 3, 4. I don't have time for 5. I mean, I kind of made circles instead of U jumps. Oh well. In DK mode, like the original mode, some stages only give you one of your 3 friends, and the other one have like a rotating barrel, where you have to like choose between. Okay, so now it's DK or Diddy Kong. If you wait a second, it's Dixie Kong, and if you wait another second, you can choose Cranky Kong, and then it just repeats. And in other stages, it's really important that you are on time. Because those are on global cycles, and if you like mess up just a little bit, you have to like wait an additional 2 seconds, or yeah, you lose 3 seconds because you weren't fast. So this stage is, I forgot what it was called, but it's not important right now because we go fast. There are these tornadoes that we have to roll through, and if we jump through it, then we hope we don't get rejected. This is also another Ramby stage, but because Ramby is quite slow, I'm just not getting any Rambies. I mean, the only good part about him is there's this block here that I don't have to think about. Other than that, the Ramby doesn't really benefit for the speedrun. Sorry Ramby, I'm sorry Ramby fans. And because I said that, there's this one bonus barrel just like flying here, which normally is kind of difficult to get. But for me, it's quite difficult to not get there. It all... So when I go in there, it's just like a 20+ second time loss because it's, yeah, loads. There. I honestly can't remember the name of this stage. So yeah, the stage was pretty quite stormy, frantic fields, and now there's like a forest fire. This is a stage where I'm getting a lot of hits. Oh, actually, I should talk about that. So you can see that I have like 5 hearts in the top left. Again, easy mode, or opportunity mode. Oops. But in DK mode, or original mode, you only have 2 hearts, and your friends also have 2 hearts. So essentially, you can only get hit once. If you get hit another time, you will lose your partner, and you're immediately slow. So that's why with in funky mode, I can just like tank a lot of hits here. See, I'm almost dead, but now I'm alive again. Getting hit there normally, getting hit here by this droplet. Okay, maybe not by the droplet. There. And that was it. So yeah, in Funky Kong mode, you can just tank a lot of hits without like any repercussion. What I'm saying, funky is a chat. Maybe. What I'm also saying is that this is probably the best music in the game, and it only appears in this stage. Enjoy this remix of the Sticker Bus Symphony. And you hear it for 5 seconds, and now it gets replaced by this Rocket Barrel version of the Rocket Barrel... What? The shitty fluted version of the Rocket Barrel theme. That's... I don't know why they did that, but that's the best state, like the best music. And you only hear it for 5 seconds. Oh yeah, I'm just holding B. No hands. Oh no, I got hit once.
That seems like
Actually,
a stage that even I could do.
I trust in you if you can do that. Yeah, no, I trust in you.
Thanks for the trust. That means a lot.
Rocket barrel stages aren't too difficult, like even without that cheese over there. Oh. So what I just got is a secret ending. This game has like branching pathways just like in Super Mario World on the overworld. And instead of going to free 6 right now, I'm going to free B. Ramble Scramble. So there's the reason why I take that secret exit is, first of all, it cuts the stage in half, which for an auto-scroller is pretty good. And this stage is like almost or just as long as the other one that I otherwise would have been in. Okay, sure, that worked. But just because it cuts the first level in half, yeah. It's just faster, and I'll be using a lot of different secret exits in the next 2 worlds. Yeah, this stage is pretty cool because this stage has built itself like right in front of you. For a speedrunner, it's not that much of a problem, obviously, because I have to memorize each stage as well. But I would lie if I said that I could cheese a stage. It's still like pretty difficult for me. There, just getting that barrel because I do need to tank some damage later. What happened there? It just dropped. Oh. Okay, sure. Ah, right at the exit. There. Yeah, just tanking through here. I don't want to time that. There's that. And right up to the third boss of the game, or bosses, I should say, Triple Trouble. This is a gang of orangutan monkeys. They're called Baboom. They love throwing watermelon bombs at me. So while this fight is happening, there's nothing too much interesting happening. Maybe the host has some messages for us.
I can remind you all why we are doing this. So, don't forget that we are donating to the good cause. We're donating to support the Imerman Angels Foundation. So, the Imerman Angels is an organization that envisions a world where cancer is not a solitary experience and provides psychosocial support to cancer fighters, survivors, previvors, and caregivers. No one should have to face cancer alone, and Imerman Angels makes sure that no one does. Their mission is to provide comfort and understanding for all cancer fighters, survivors, previvors, and caregivers through a personalized one-on-one connection with someone who has been there. So make sure to give it anything, really. Just like maybe even $1 is already helping a lot. Like, there's no small donations when it comes for these kinds of causes. So if you have $1 that you could spare for this, make sure to give it here so we can support this huge cause. Like, cancer is something that affects everyone, and unfortunately we all know someone that lost a family member or a close friend to cancer, and let's fight that good cause and make that less and less how do you say it? I forgot the name. Less and less common, that's what I wanted to say.
I can vouch for that. Being a cancer survivor myself, the strength to like carry on definitely came from all my friends that gave me some support 3 years ago. And look at where I am. I'm playing video games on the internet for a good cause.
And you're doing great.
Thank you. And for those that want to know, I'm totally fine right now. Leukemia is gone. And yeah, just give your hearts to everyone who needs it. And that's definitely what the Imerman charity is all about. Imerman Angels. Apologies. So with that boss out of the way, back to video games. We're into Water World right now. Which most people might think, oh no, it's a water world. Isn't that the most terrible thing ever? Not really. The swimming controls aren't too bad. And even though it's not like super platforming, it is totally not Kingdom Hearts. Pretty Donkey Kong-ish. Even though I could do this stage one-handed. There. So immediately I'm going to a secret exit. Now that I've learned that there are secret exits, I'm going to those. But the thing is that these secret exits are the hardest in the game. Oh yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage now, but obviously that's on purpose. Well, hardest. This one is the most well hidden of the game. See if you can spot it. So this is probably important to tell that, well, Funky Kong is a one-man army. If I were to play as Donkey Kong, I would actually have to choose which character I could use, because I would use, because I've already told you the powers of all of your friends, like in the thing, in the field, but underwater they're different. Diddy Kong has a jetpack, which makes you go faster. Dixie Kong allows you to go through these jets that you're normally not able to go through, but obviously Funky and Dixie Kong can. And Cranky Kong has a cane. So where Cranky Kong is like the fastest monkey on land, underwater he is useless. And where Diddy Kong would be useless on land because he only has a jetpack, and Dixie Kong's hair is jetpack plus. He is the fastest. He is the fastest Kong underwater. So there is some psychological stuff in there. And this stage is also really interesting for those Donkey Kong speedruns. Tripping over words. So this is the only stage where you would use all three of those of your buddies. You would start off with Dixie Kong because you need her to exit that one stage. Afterwards you go to Diddy Kong to traverse these underwater things. And then at the end you would switch over to Cranky Kong to exit the stage. Am I saying it correctly? Yes, I am saying it correctly. Because you need Cranky Kong to go into the secret barrel. Going back to the previous stage, you had to go back for that secret barrel. That's why a lot of people would miss it. Which is pretty wonderful. And this one is just difficult to get to. But it is in clear view. So. There. It's like right there. It's a little bit difficult to get to, and especially if you're playing with Donkey Kong. However, there's a setup where you just stand somewhere, and then you roll, and then you do 3 full pogos with Cranky Kong, and you would get in there. That's like one of the easiest strats. And then coming up is 4B Sholatl. This is more like a Metroidvania kind of stage. So. Then press B. I need to like swim around and just get some keys here and there. Another thing why Funky Kong is easy mode is that he doesn't have an air meter. Where Donkey Kong, he actually is wearing like a snorkel. Actually, Funky Kong is also wearing a snorkel, but he can't be underwater for eternity. You need to get like air bubbles. I don't know how that works exactly, but you just breathe up air underwater, just like Mario. There, I got the red key, went to the red chest, and I got a green key. Guess what I need to do with that? Go to the yellow chest here, right? No. Unfortunately not. But there's a green chest right here, so it's all good. Also, aquatic ambience. I would love some cat jams or some sour pleases in chat.
I was actually gonna say it, like the music is so good. This might come as a hot take, but why does Funky Kong look like Goofy when he's underwater?
Like Goofy?
Yeah, looking at Funky Kong, I just feel like I'm looking at Goofy. When you look at Funky Kong's face, when he's rolling like that due to the smirkle, it kind of looks like Goofy.
Yeah, okay. Like those, like his ears.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from. Oh, hello, Sharky. Hi, Sharky. Like, the shark comes at you, but he just stops and loses interest, like when he smells your feet, I think. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
I was thinking
going...
that... no, sorry.
Okay, so by going through 4A and 4B, I just skipping an auto-scroller and 2 stages where I have to, like, swim away from an octopus. And then this stage, there's no water at all, maybe in the background, but everything is on land, and it starts with a really cool trick. Perfect! I'm just grabbing that watermelon bomb, like, while rolling, and just go on with my way. So what were you saying?
I was just saying that I was thinking like about Funky looking like Goofy to myself, and I was like, I have to share this. It's just too disturbing for me not to share this, and so that's what I did. And I can see some people in the chat also can see the Goofy that I was talking about.
Yeah, you're not the only one there, fortunately. Also, coming up is a trick called the Strong Dong, and the Strong Dong is... Oh, I got it. So, the Strong Dong, it's a pretty funny name. One of my friends really hates the names that the DKC community comes up with. But I think they're cool. So, what that is... They're, like, those are barrels on a stick. And normally, even in real life, when you, like, do something real fast and then it stationaries, the thing on the stick kind of like goes further and then goes back because of elastics. And that is what I actually use there to shoot myself, and not to the barrel in front, but the barrel above. And I could just skip waiting for that cycle. That's called the Strong Dong, and it's totally descriptive, just like the God Caught earlier. And there are some other tricks that I'll point out later, but shoutouts to Ronald. I don't think he runs this game anymore. And shoutouts to Snowdog, who's also in chat. We did a race at BSG Annual and a relay at ESA Winter, and the 3 of us, and that was fun. With Tiny Tim on commentary for at least one of those things. So that was fun. And shoutouts to the rest of the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze community, Ghoul, O2 that you heard as a donation reader for the previous 2 runs. East Origin and Beyond Good and Evil. He's a really good runner, and he was my first opponent in the tournament that I was talking about. And even though he's like an old school runner from like way back and I'm not, it was a really close match with the 2 of us. Okay, I lost 3 hearts, which... Oh, this is really bad. I'm gonna die, probably. I just need to hit these cogwheels. And watch out that I don't go too far, like I did there. Okay, safe. There's a barrel right here. Also, remember how I was talking about those barrels from that were on a 1-second cycle, switching around? And if you were too late, then, well, whatever, what can you do? Well, it's even worse underwater, and especially in this stage. Underwater, they are on a 2-second cycle. So if you don't make it in time, you have to wait 4 seconds before you can get Diddy Kong again. And you're damage abusing a lot here as well. So you just don't want to go fast. And this is an interesting boss, Fugu, or Fugu face-off. This is the only stage where Cranky is actually useful underwater. So, Fugu, hopefully I get it first try, because this is interesting. This boss has one major problem: his butt is exposed. So, I'm just like creeping up behind him, and whenever I can just attack him there. Now he goes to the left. This only works because Fugu has this feature where whenever I'm like really low on hearts, like only have 1 heart left, he will 99% of the time give me a heart when I need it. The only thing for this boss is that I make sure that he is the one hitting me back into the spikes and not the spikes hitting me. Because the spikes will just throw me out. I don't know where it launches me, maybe even in Fugu. There. That was a really good boss fight. However, if you are... what's his name? If you are playing with Cranky Kong, you can actually just stay in him and smack. But if I'm in Funky Kong, or if Funky is in Fugu, names look alike too much. And it's a little bit less fun. Like, you can't hit him. You need to be completely out of Fugu to hit him. But hey, that was a good fight. This is the longest load of the game, so stay hydrated. Going up in a fun world, but not all the stages are fun. But the stages that are fun really are good. Okay, so 5-1 is a long stage. Okay, you got hit there. Cool. There are all these fruit harvesters going on. Okay. Yeah, that barrel. And then instead of waiting here, my speed wasn't well enough. Oh well. Second death of the game. Second? Second or third death of the run?
I think it was the third one.
Third one, okay. Thank you for making me look even worse.
In our hearts, you didn't even die once. Because you're putting an absolute Last of Us show, and I'll say that again.
Thank you very much. So there's a lot of these skips that I could have done, or that I actually did. A lot of these things just hitting me. That's really unfortunate. The guy with the stick, we have a name for them. And I'm not gonna say the name because it's funny. Hey look, there's a bird outside of your window. You didn't see me die. Yeah, these dick pokers are a little bit too hot to handle sometimes. So I'm slowing down there on purpose, just so I can land on his face. Oh. Okay.
Man, the stream is lagging. Like, sometimes a blue screen comes up. I don't know what is happening. Like, you're going so fast that I think the game is not responding correctly, I think.
Blue screen?
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, if I don't get turned around here anymore? Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's a long stage and it has like a couple of places. Even though those two places where I died, I've never died before. So that never happened before. Here you go. But yeah, there are a few common spots where you could die. So, Reckless Ride is the second Rocket Barrel stage.
Is that another stage I could do?
No, this one is... I mean, yes, of course.
Well...
Of course you can do it, but no, it's not cheesy.
Yeah. It's not as simple as the other one, that's what I meant.
No, that's like a one-off. You actually have to be on your toes here.
Okay,
I'll try and get full Kong, but I won't promise it. So, from here on out, there's a lot of fruit being harvested. And there's this Transformer or Gundam thing being commandeered by a penguin shooting other penguins, which is interesting by itself. There's nothing really much to say about this stage, other than don't die. Rocket Barrel stage for this one is at least better than last time, because that was just a shitty fluted remix, and this is actually hearable. I don't know where all the... Oh, there's the... Oh, and I'm not gonna go for it. I'm sorry, I failed you. Pumpkins getting sliced. I go up. I should probably talk about the hearts that I have. So, in Donkey Kong Country Returns, you only had one heart. If you crashed once, it's all over. In Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, you had 2 hearts. I have another, like, fun story to tell about that, but that's for the next stage, the next Rocket Barrel stage. And then for Funky Mode, you have 3 hits. If you really want to baby it up. There. And then if I wait a little bit, that penguin, like in the top left right there, he would be eaten by a plant, but I just finished this stage a little bit faster, so you wouldn't see a gruesome death in a kid's game. What is the rating? 7+? Probably.
I can go check that.
Thank you! Okay, Fruity Factory is... It has some strong points, but it's not a really memorable stage, unfortunately. Only the ending is kind of memorable, but other than that, it's somewhat of a bland stage. Just a lot of blades, a lot of enemies that I have to evade. Might have been the first time that I didn't get hit there. Get one. I can just double jump towards the end.
I'm having a rough time confirming the age though.
Just search for the Peggy rating or ESRB rating. I don't have this game physically, so I couldn't check.
There it is. It's a 3+. Baggy.
3+, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez. Seeing a penguin getting eaten by a flesh-eating plant, that's
Yeah, that doesn't
rough.
seem very 3+.
No. Also, I didn't get on the crunch shell ledge, unfortunately. Also, this ending barrel right here, right there. Biggest troll of 2021. This game came out in 2018, but still. Like, the speedrun community tried to do everything to get in there without having to climb this this place. But at least you can get into it early. Like, the moment you hear it, you can jump into it. But yeah, they tried to, like, do everything. Lag the camera so it wouldn't, like, do things, lag the game. But no, there's no way to get into that barrel early. Or someone has to find rocket storage. Similar to rocket storage in Sunshine. But yeah, that doesn't matter. Coming up 5-4 Panicky Paddles. This stage is somewhat difficult back on original mode. Why? So you need to carry Dixie Kong all the way to the end. That one barrel that I just threw against that plant, that's the only barrel in the game. And if you get hit twice, yeah, good luck. You would go to a slower stage otherwise. But I want to go into the secret barrel. Speaking of which, I also need to, like, make sure that I don't get hit too often. Because even I just have, like, 5 hearts. Oh. Don't go too fast here, or you'll bonk into those platforms. Okay, at least there's a checkpoint right here. And if I only had... Nice. If I only had like 1 heart, I would have just swam into one of those spiky balls. But I do not. I have more. Yeah, you had to be really meticulous here. Okay. I'll just go for it. Oh, I didn't roll. Okay. Good start. There's one part here that can still kill me. That's... yeah, cool. Again, you need Dixie Kong just to get in here. You can somewhat glitch it out with Diddy Kong, but it's like really slow. And Funky Kong, again, just a one-man army. If you didn't do that, you had to go to a stage where all you had to do is bounce on jelly, and it's pretty awful. But this is Jam and Jams. This is the first stage that's on global cycles, and it's my favorite stage of the whole game. I actually got a new record into this, like, while practicing for it like 2 hours ago.
Congrats.
Really fun. Thank you. And the music is also pretty catchy. Not the best, but it's just fun to like go for the stage. So don't have to wait for that elevator. Oh. Didn't want to get hit there, but sure. Stay low here. And now if I mash here and hold right, I don't get hit. It's a miracle. Hopefully don't get hit here. Again, global cycles. Going over, which I've never done before. I do get hit here on purpose. Just because it's faster. Taking damage here. Oh, I made a small mistake. Oh, I need to mash. Small mistake. Normally I would jump on that owl and then grab jump into that barrel over there. Unfortunately, I kind of didn't grab jump. But hey, that was a really good display up until that point. And the next part, Frosty Fruits, is where the game really lives up to its name with Tropical Freeze. This stage is Frosty. I didn't get rejected by the watermelon, by the trampoline. This stage also is pretty fun to do. You can get a lot of speed, like right here, if you store up. Oh, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I would definitely recommend to also make this one of your speed stages.
How are the ice physics in this game?
They're alright. I mean, they're definitely what you expect from ice physics. Also, I got rejected right there. But they're not terribly bad. Like, you'll see in the next boss fight. I have to fight a boss while on ice physics, but it's not terrible or anything. So, Punchbowl, the boss, or his actual name is Bashmaster, which honestly is a good name for a boss. Timmy, check. Jeffrey, check. Lisa, check. Bashmaster, check. So, I'm actually going to show this cutscene off a little bit. You can see him just, like, licking his ice cream. And Funky Kong just comes in. Comes in and makes sure that Bashmaster just loses his ice cream into the soda water. Meaning that, yes, this is like one of those bosses where the protagonist is the bad guy, and I have to fight against Bashmaster for a really good reason. He's mad at me. Not he wants to take over the world. That's the next boss. But this guy just... he hates me because I'm not buying him another ice cream popsicle. So, enjoy the metal background music. And something pretty fun, like the more you throw him in, I'm now in phase 2, and if you look at his fur coat, it's getting more and more purple. Yeah, ice physics. As long as you jump, it's not too bad. Like, the jumping in this game is pretty well, which you expect from a platformer, of course. Yeah, that's actually fair. From a platformer, you kinda expect...
they don't seem bad.
Is that free? No, that was 2. And yes, as was said in chat, if you look at the background, the whole stage turns around. Oh, okay. So now he slides around as well. That is 1. Oh, yeah, it's pretty funny that Funky can just like waltz on his hammer without taking damage. So, and that is free. Or should I say, that's phase 2 done. Time for phase 3, and he's more purple. So I need to be cautious. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Do I get another... No, okay. Small mistake. A lot of runners actually dislike this boss. Because it's quite long. I actually like this boss. Oh. He faked me out. How dare he. Oh.
Yeah, this boss seems like one that you would enjoy a lot casually, and for speedruns it seems a bit oof.
I still like him. But I do agree with the sentiment that it takes a long time to beat him.
But it is pretty fun.
There, okay. One more hit, I think is gonna punch me. No, 2 more hits. Oh no. I can't count. So, that is Bashmaster, and I'm going to the last world. Which, if you've ever played Donkey Kong Country Returns, you might recognize this island. Because this is DK Island. And instead of having a giant tiki on the volcano, it's snowed under and there's a ship. And we're not actually standing on the overworld. Yeah, this world has 8 stages. And every stage is reminiscent of one of the worlds from DKC Returns. This one is the jungle where you start. And this one has some pretty cool strats in it. There's an IL only strat called the Banana Slammer, but I found my own way of just getting through here fast. Which I'm pretty proud of, just mash. And it's faster than the old strat, but not faster than a Banana Slammer. Which is like timing something so tight that, yeah, like the window for that is really, really small. Whereas mine is pretty consistent. So you really want the time here. One last drop. Jump. And that's 6-1. It's a short but really sweet stage. And really fun to IL. I might actually show off... Yeah, I will do that. I'll show off the Banana Slammer in an IL. After the run. The next stage coming up is Seashore War. Which is the beach. And the beach is quite fun. There's this ice water mechanic where obviously you can't swim in ice water because it's way too cold. So whenever you jump in water, it kind of like throws you to the nearest like piece of land. However, that can actually be abused like very well. I shouldn't have crab jumped there. Which... Yeah, there's a small one auto-scroller part in the stage, the ship, which is happening now actually. But I can just like jump on these birds. There. And because I jumped into the water, it kind of threw me to the nearest place, which coincidentally is like the other side. It's also possible, if my jumps weren't that good, that I would actually drop in the middle of that giant body of water, and if it's like far to the right enough... Yeah, if it's like far to the right enough, it I just skip the ship as well. Therefore, ship skip. And then coming up are the ruins. Ruins are also really fun to play. There, just going underneath that platform over there, skipping it. Unsure if that's the way to get in there, but it's not really rewarding or anything. Yeah, this stage also has a lot of fun skips. For example, at the end, there's this whole like playground that you have to climb to the top. But with another like well-timed jump as well as a grab jump, you can just skip all of it. Don't go in there, go underneath. And then here is that thing that I was talking about. Instead of going up, I'll just jump off, grab jump, into the barrel. Sweet! And then the next stage, if you know anything about returns, there was this one world, the cave. And the cave actually is a, yeah, another auto-scroller. Or, like, every stage was an auto-scroller, either minecart or rocket. So obviously we needed to have an auto-scroller here as well. So, while that's happening, and I will tell the story after, I do see that our donation reader might have something to say.
I do indeed. So, I have a $50 donation from Serenity611 that says, excited for Emre's Hollow Knight run with Xenocom. Thank you for this amazing event. And thank you, Serenity, for that amazing donation you just did.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. I'm also excited for the Hollow Knight run, which is right after my run. So
yeah, it is a Hollow Knight 106%.
Oh, not 112? Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. But
not
hey,
if I'm mistaken.
Welcome to Organizer Block. Okay, so that story. So you see that I have 3 hearts right now, but on the Wii U version you have 2 hearts going in here, and there are no recovery hearts in this whole stage. So back at the GDQ, I don't know what year it was, but there was a GDQ run of Tropical Freeze, and Michael Goldfish was the runner. The couch was actually talking about how in returns you only had 1 heart, and he was like, YOLO classic mode, immediately got damaged, and he did the whole stage with just 1 heart. And I just wanted to do it with 2 hearts, like have some safety. Just a little bit. Oh, I missed the end. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest Rocket Barrel stage, but not impossible, and I only have 1 heart left. The only good thing about it is that there are there's like 1 checkpoint in here. Okay, I'm somewhat at the end. Yeah, okay, I made it. So, I'm now in a snowball, and if you look in the top left, you can see that it says minecart. A lot of people don't know that you can actually jump with this thing. So everyone's first try being in a snowball is dying, because why would you, you know? Why would you jump? There. This was a really fun stage. And then coming up is practically the meat of the game. Next up is 6-5 Force Flurry? Force Folly. I'm not gonna do the things that make this stage so popular, but I will definitely show it off in the IL show and tell afterwards. You can get a lot of like speed boost from the spring pass in this stage. So I'm just gonna do my own route for now. kill these snowflakes that I can just jump on. And take it easy over here. And again. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, you know what? I'll go for one. There. That was a pretty cool speed boost. Ah, cool. And get hit there on purpose. But that is basically what this stage is all about. Again, if you stick around for another 10 minutes, maybe a bit more, you'll see everything done by the world record holder, DKS. I'm actually happy that I didn't die. Normally I die here in marathon runs. But I guess I did do it like somewhat careful, except for that boost. But this was the forest. 6 is the cliffside. If you know anything about returns and the marketing for it, you might recognize the visual elements, the monochrome. Also, the soundtrack is... Oops. The soundtrack is good as well. I should have died there. This is a soundtrack that you expect to like hear when you're on an adventure. Music was also in 6.1, and unfortunately also in 6.8. So just trying to go as fast as possible, even though I like this visual style. I'd love getting out of this stage even more. But only because this is a speedrun, you know. Hello. There's this one pretty cool trick in this stage, and it's at the end. What if I don't want to play anymore? I just like go to the right, I fall off, and I get caught by a barrel. I can just like go straight to the end. If I wait a little bit. Normally you have to like climb all the way across that thing to the left. But no, I love that you can just like hold right. And then coming up is probably my favorite world. No? How do I say this? My favorite world from Returns. Again, I'm also a Return speedrunner, so I know these stages by heart. Especially 7-6, the switcheroo. The one with the red and blue switches. That was great. Oh. Yeah, this is the factory. Getting into the barrel as early as possible. And... ah, darn. I wanted to get that puzzle piece. Because what else would you do when you have to wait for stuff? Yeah, like the biggest thing about the stage is electricity. To be fair, this is going quite well. I will take a lot of damage in this stage, like a little bit later on. But just to make things faster! Just like that. Except, I don't want to talk about it. Actually, where do I take damage? should have grab jumped there, but grab jumping there could also like break all of it. Okay, getting hit over here, even though got hit elsewhere. Just like get through the electricity, going through here, and just mashing here as well. Oh yeah. So there are only 2 stages coming up. No, 1 more stage, and then the boss fight. And this first stage, I'm not too happy about it. Like, it's not a good stage. This is a Ramby stage, first of all. The second one is that instead of like the other stages where I had the literal option to use Ramby, in this stage it gets forced on you. So, small poll in chat. Should I save Ramby? Or drop him in the lava? Oh, shouldn't have jumped there.
I personally say we drop it.
You say drop it, okay. Like, the worst thing about it is that I have to wait for all of these things. I've been speedrunning this whole time, and I have to wait for these blocks to fall out of the sky.
Chat seems to agree.
Yeah. Blood, okay. Blood it is. One more. I mean, waiting for these barrels isn't too bad. But having to wait for the stage, oh. It's time for war. Again, had to wait over there. Let's go. Okay, if you actually listen to the later parts of this song, it's actually good. Shout out for Blood, cook him. Yeah, I see what's gonna happen. And I got the G. Real important. So, here's a barrel. Bye. And we'll never see Ramby again. It was actually possible for me to kind of like go on a different trajectory and I would also die, and if that happens, that it's totally my fault. Fortunately, that didn't happen this time around. But hey, it's up for the next boss. The Volcano Dome. Frederick. Snowmad King. This boss is a really difficult boss. Ow, my throat. Okay, so I'm gonna stand or sit a little bit back actually. I need to see the whole screen. So, Frederick. He is the Snowmad King. Again, 3 hits per phase and 3 phases. And I have to... First of all, I have to throw a penguin to him. And now he's gonna run around 3 times and I need to run on him. I'm really bad at this. If I miss once, major time loss because he'll do everything again. Okay, first phase was good. Gonna do this stuff. Sup. And we're going into phase 2, and he gets a little bit more mad. Need to watch out where they're dropping. Now he throws 5 snowballs. Or, no, ice balls. Oh yeah, now the whole stage is ice again. So it's a little bit worse, but nothing too bad. Also, you can see me just waiting for him until when he stops jumping. That is just safety. You don't have to wait for him. Okay, the second phase is a bit more difficult. You saw that I missed the first one. But in this phase, he goes faster with every hit. So he would go like slow, and then middle speed, and then fast speed. We didn't see fast, but oh well. So we're doing this phase over. Yes. Yeah, it's also possible to just throw, like the YOLO throw. Okay, one hit. Can it be a firstie? Yes. Okay, now he gets really mad. And he's doing a strat that the community called pissing your pants. So when he runs around right now, he'll go super duper fast. That's why I actually set backwards a little bit. Because I'll have to aim, and it's not the easiest thing. Time is coming up in not too long. Oh. Wrong way. Okay. Coming up. If I miss once, it'll take longer. Oh, perfect. And that was time.
GG.
Thank you, thank you. And that was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I can't skip the cutscene, so I am going into the file for the donation incentive that everyone graciously donated towards. So thanks again for that. And I picked out 3 tremendous stages. Funky. Yeah, that's a 131.44. That's not too bad. My own PB is a 1:30 and 1 second. You can tell how mad I was when I actually got that. But oh well.
This run was really amazing. Really impressive run.
Thank you, thank you. So you can see that my IL record is a 123.47 here. If I go into the leaderboard, you can see I'm 45th place with a 123. And then 7th place is a 109. And then there's a giant gap between the 3rd place and the 2nd place. And DKS, the world record holder, barely got a 101. So I would say, how the heck is he 20 seconds faster than I am? You'd be surprised. He's playing with Donkey Kong even. Nothing too fast yet. He's not even fast here. But because of those tornadoes, he gets super speed. And because of the pogo, he doesn't lose it if he does the pogo correct. And yeah, he has to think like on his spot. Like, do I do a big pogo? Do I do a small pogo? This is just crazy. The second half isn't too interesting to see, but like just getting a 101.94 is wonderful. This trick is called the Do-Si-Do. Okay, I'm saving the best for last. So I'm going to World 6. And show you the Banana Slammer. So you can see that my best is at 52 seconds. I'm 45th place again. Okay, I really need to work on this. And DKS is first again, Crunchag and Michael Goldfish 5th and 6th. Leia 7th. I know her. Homecoming Hijinks was such good music, but not in this game. But funky mode. So, first of all, you skip that. Wait for that, and then you... Oh, I've never seen that before. So that's the Banana Slammer. You just bounce from that snow mat immediately to where you need to be. And then this is called the DKS drop. Where you don't even wait for that thing to drop. Where I was actually safe a little bit. No, it was a DK drop. Drop KS, that's it. By Ronald, or RDV. He actually named that. But low battery, nice. Okay, like I said, I saved the best for last. This is due to Forced Folly. Remember how I did it with that one boost? So my best 45th place again. Something's up here. Perfect. Okay, 120. And you see a lot of people just being in the like 55, 54 second race, 56. Crenshaw second, Let's Luigi 7th, and DKS obviously first. Shout out to this guy for just sitting here days on end, hours on end, and doing this. So yeah, don't blink. There are 3 big tricks in here, 3 boosts. And they all have really cool names that Ronald hates. Because he hates whatever this community thinks of in terms of names. Oh, he's waiting here? Yeah, he's waiting for the first boost. This is the last boost found. He actually goes back a little bit for another boost here. The second boost is called Snow Sido? No. I forgot what the second one was called. Oh man, I forgot. No. Yeah, that was a Snow Sido. And then this boost is called the Inca Dinka. And this is the hardest one to do well. And that is just doing the stage unintended. Like generally, you can do this game unintended, but that was definitely unintended. Shoutouts to DKS. And with that, I'm gonna wave you all goodbye. But keep watching the Imerman Angels marathon. I'm taking your job. I'm very sorry, Gilitwi.
It's no problem. Do your thing. Do you have any more shoutouts you want to pass?
No. I'm pretty much done. You take over.
All right. Then I'm gonna send you all to a quick ad break, and we will be right back with some Hollow Knight.
Hey everybody, my name is Callie Bevier. I am a recording artist and also a 5-year ovarian cancer survivor. I want to share with you guys one of my favorite songs to jam out to when I'm going through anything rough, and I think it's just the perfect song for this event. a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream them aloud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. I just want to say how awesome I think Imerman's Angels is. I think that having such an awesome support group while you're going through cancer or your fight is just so important, and it's something that I definitely wish I would have had while going through my fight. So keep up the good work. You're helping so many people.